Our body is made up of trillions of cells, each performing a specific function to keep us healthy. Under normal circumstances, cells grow, divide, and die in a carefully orchestrated way. But sometimes this harmony is disrupted. When the DNA in cells becomes damaged and cells begin to divide uncontrollably, they can form a lump or tumour. This is the beginning of cancer.
Cancer begins when genetic mutations cause cells to ignore the normal signals that control cell growth. So instead of dying when they should or staying where they belong, these cells continue to multiply and form tumors. Most cancers initially develop as a localized tumor, a mass of abnormal cells growing in one location. At this stage, many cancers can be treated successfully through surgery, radiation, or other therapies. But cancer becomes most dangerous when it spreads to other parts of the body, a process called metastasis. Imagine cancer cells like tiny travelers leaving their home and using the bloodstream as a highway to travel to distant organs. Metastasis isn't a simple process. For cancer to spread, it must complete a series of steps we call the metastatic cascade. Cancer cells must break through the surrounding tissues by releasing enzymes that digest their surroundings, like using scissors to cut through a net.
Next, these cells need to enter the bloodstream or lymphatic system, the body's highway networks. We call this intravasation, and it allows cancer cells to travel throughout the body. The journey is perilous for cancer cells, and most don't survive the harsh conditions of the bloodstream, but the few that do can travel to distant organs.
When a traveling cancer cell finds a suitable new location, it attaches to the blood vessel wall and squeezes through to enter the new tissue, a process called extravasation. There, cells can start to grow again. This is what makes metastatic cancer so dangerous. It forms new tumors in places that can be far from the original one.
Metastasis makes cancer much harder to treat, as the disease isn't just confined to one location, but has spread throughout the body.
About 9 out of 10 cancer deaths are due to metastasis, not the primary tumour. Treating metastatic cancer is very difficult, and we're often aiming to slow or control the cancer rather than make it go away completely. Cancer cells can also behave very differently between people, and that makes it difficult for doctors to choose the best treatment for the patient in front of them. And that's why understanding or even preventing metastasis is so important for improving cancer survival. So we're learning more about metastasis every day. We know that some cancers have favourite places to spread to. For example, kidney cancer often spreads to the bones, lungs, lymph nodes or the brain. And understanding these patterns helps us develop better treatments. Research is helping us develop new treatments that specifically target the metastatic process, blocking the signals that cancer cells use to survive in new environments. And early detection methods are also really important to help us catch cancer before it spreads.
Every discovery brings us closer to understanding metastasis. And with understanding comes better treatments and improved survival outcomes.